Okay, that was weird. And so is this. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 6 Minute Daily for October 16th of 2025. Headed into 2026 so far, 16 days into a government shutdown. Pretty soon it's going to cost us about $1.6 billion a day, maybe more. I got to tell you, I'm not so concerned as of yet. I guess Snap and Wick are going to have some problems here soon. This is the Friday that will start to hurt government employees financially. At least that's the word. I've been going through lots of different material for today's thank you for your attention to this matter. And it's a lot of really weird stuff. The Supreme Court arguments to keep race-based redistricting sound ridiculous. It reminds me that we ended up with 2 DEI justices, and that's why they're fighting for some of this nonsense, which is weird. I don't know. I mean, the VRA was going to be a huge problem from the very beginning. It has always been used as a tool to squish districts in weird shapes just to fit odd things based on race, and that's wrong. We decided DEI was bad a long time ago, and the Supreme Court's now going to have to have ruled on this same issue multiple times. It's pretty ridiculous. But it is what it is. Good to see all of you here this morning. Of course, Penny's out there. We got Ms. Pick Cafe. I hope you're doing well. Coming back from your time away. We got Snortopoopas Q Burr out there, our favorite polar bar. Weatherman's here with a migraine, which I appreciate. I know what that takes. Crouching Taylor, Hidden Swift. That's Matt G. Just say hi. Hi, Matt G. And let's see. Just a Dutchie is here. Good morning. Or maybe it's good afternoon for you, dear. Let's see. I know it is for Juliet, who was here nice and early. We got all these amazing wrenches. And we've got Zippy. What's up, Zippy? Zippy out there. Let's see. Cynthia, good morning, dear. Hope you're doing well. Greetings, fellow Culturians. If you didn't see the video I dropped yesterday afternoon, I think you'll be... I think you'll be interested. I've got another one in the hopper. I just need to make sure I can get a clean edit of. And if not, I'll just re-record it. So I want to say a special shout out and thank you to Mac. Mac dropped $1 super duper chat this morning. You need to check out Mac. Mac is now it's known on X. You will find more information out of Mac than probably any of us. I don't know where you find the time, my friend. And Deeple is here, letting us know that Dad's surgery went great. No issues. That's good to hear, my friend. He's going to stay in the hospital for a few days to confirm that everything's good, and that's great news. By the way, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are and whenever you're watching. Thanks for checking out the 6 Minute Daily. We have a lot to talk about, not a lot of time to do it in, and for whatever reason, well, I have the wrong background up. Man, today has just been a series of oopsies, and there's nothing I can do about it. What I can do about it is give you the news, give you the stories, give you the breakdown of the things, the many things that are happening out there in the world. And there are many. I'm really not kidding on that end. What I don't understand is where my window went. I don't know where my window went. Seriously, folks. I think I may have actually been hacked. The 6 Minute Daily is nowhere to be found. How did that happen? Hang on. I'm shifting gears because I don't know where my window went. I'm not kidding. I'm being very serious right now. I had 17 stories lined up to go today, and they're gone. Holy cow! Well, so much for the structure of the show because we don't have a big lot of time. All of a sudden, today's major story though was about the BBC and how well they're extremely corrupt. But the 6 tabs that I had, or excuse me, it's not 6, 17 tabs that I had set up to go for today are all of a sudden just gone. Absolutely, completely gone. Huh. Well, the BBC obviously is the British broadcasting system, and at the moment, they are considered a kind of a puppet of the government. There's really not a way for them to get out from underneath that understanding because most people, especially in well, throughout the UK, consider them basically just a state news service that's peddling propaganda on the daily. They only seem to present the most extreme leftist kinds of programming, and the BBC was trying to get out from underneath that perception. The problem is I don't think they're gonna ever be able to get out from underneath that. I think that a lot of people can't separate, the left side of the equation, um, at all, and I don't think there's any way of changing that or changing people's minds. I think that I think the BBC has been showing us who they are for a long time. All you have to do is look at what's been um, presented, like Doctor Who and things of that nature, is to just where their interest and focus lies. And it's frankly very much on the left side of the equation. And right now, the British folks are rejecting all of that wholesale, and congratulations to them. There's a reason that people don't want to be influenced through propaganda, and they usually, in addition to calling it out, react to it. So, um, man, this is very strange. I I've got no tabs for this. I don't even know what happened. I don't even have a history of tabs I can pull up. Uh, this is wild. Sorry, guys. This is not much of a show. Um, I mean, it normally is a great show. We normally have a lot of fun here, but it's all gone. Like literally, it's all gone. Um, anyway, we can talk a little bit about the NBC layoffs. I'm not sure that we did that justice yesterday at all, but the fact that NBC News is laying off about 150 staffers is kind of a story. It it's all based on a video that I may be dropping later, that basically outlines that everybody that they're getting rid of at NBC News is basically in support of some DEI program or another, and they are basically when they herk off, um, and they become Versant, they're not going to need those people anymore. They're going to try to lean into actual news, and it's weird. So NBC News will have actual news and not a lot of these people as they get shuffled off elsewhere when they become Versant. So Comcast is doing themselves a huge favor getting rid of about 2% of the NBCU news group. It's complete total workforce. Some people that are inside of NBC say it's more like 7%, but that's a lot of people to get rid of. And all of those people will be able to apply for 140 jobs. So there's 150 people losing their job. 140 jobs are going to be opening across the new news group over at MSNBC and CNBC, and we'll see how that works. But the NBC Digital News Guild obviously is complaining about all of this, and they had a person speak about it, Susan DeCarava, who said, "What's clear, NBC management is prioritizing corporate profits at the expense of hardworking members, without whom there would be no NBC News." Actually, if that's the case, then no. It's just very strange. So, yeah, I don't know what happened. I mean, I usually label the window. I can't even find that anymore. It's just all gone. And then we get back to the BBC story, which, you know what? I'm going to show you what I'm looking at because you guys probably are curious. Um, the This thing is being weird. This is the BBC study that supports the point of this entire stream from Deadline. So, major BBC study finds viewers have doubts about broadcasters' independence from government. And there it is. And the funny thing is that it's Deadline that's writing this. It's like, hey, it's propaganda network. So the BBC has an independence perception problem because nobody believes they're independent. They're really bad at pretending that because they're state funded that they're that they're not a direct wing of the government, because they are. And that's one of the key findings in a major audience survey undertaken by the BBC as part of a preparation to renew its operating agreement known as the Royal Charter. The Our Future RBBC questionnaire was completed by 872,000 viewers. They actually have more people objecting to, or 4 times as many people objecting to digital ID in that country, which I'm with them. Anyway, only 43% of respondents stated that the BBC is effective in being independent from the government. So that's a minority opinion, an extreme one, 43%. A further 38% said the BBC was ineffective on this measure, while 19% said they don't know. That's a lot of people not knowing if the BBC is good or not. And the fact that that's the stat for being sufficiently free from the state control tells you an awful lot. 80% of the people, 81% of the people think that they are basically an arm of the progressive side of the UK government. So BBC's independence matters to viewers, with 91% saying it's important for them. Only 5% of respondents say it's unimportant. Those probably aren't people who look for the BBC for news or television or any kind of entertainment at all. They probably just want to have a TV in their house and have peace. But the BBC is not a state broadcaster and receives its funding through a license fee, though the level of the household levy is determined by the government. So they are funded by the government because the government's the only people, I believe, in Britain to have the ability to level a license fee. The BBC is expected to emphasize audience confusion over its independence as part of the charter renewal talks with the government over the coming months. I think the fact that you have to pay to have TV in the UK is ridiculous. And I think that's why people are so concerned about whether or not it's corruption. I think it's corruption. But I'm looking at this thumbnail. You see this image here? And a photo editor over at Deadline might have got a hold of Canva or something similar to do these purple outlines. They need to be a little less intense, guys. Anyway. All right. Well, I managed to ramble on for 15 minutes, so at least that's something. Nothing is as regressive as progressive, says Zippy. I agree. And there you go. I feel really bad because we had a great show set up for you. 17 stories, a bear story, kind of a fun bear story, which I'll have to use tomorrow. I don't know what happened, guys. I really am sorry, but at least we made it through. We've got a great show coming up over on That Park Place Live. We've got episode 101 of Morning Magic coming up with Vash, Sky, and the gang. And after that, the pro show. And after that, break. And then we're going to do thanks for your attention to this matter. And I hope you all can attend. Maravita, it's great to see you, dear. We got a lot of you out there having fun. We will be back tomorrow with a normal show. I'm going to double check. Mexican Iron Man is holding your files for ransom until you send him his casino chips. You know what, Chef Eddie? That's probably what happened. I do feel like this show's kind of got sabotaged yesterday a bit, and clearly I don't have my. I don't know where that's a whole window, guys. How did a whole window disappear? I don't know, but it's gone. Anyway, the Biden broadcasting. Oh, wow. 66 Starship Aliens back. Great to see you. Woo-hoo. Been a while. What a day to come in. Anyway, guys, you are automatically being redirected over there. So do check out Vash, Sky, and the gang for Morning Magic. And on that note, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others. And until next time, see ya. For real.
Are you tired of the same old buffet food at Wang's? Have you had enough dong to last you a lifetime? Well, take just a few more steps past those single-minded restaurants and dive into Sherry's Slam & Clam. Sherry's Slam & Clam Shellfish Bar is truly all you can eat, unlike the 2-shrimp limit that stingy bastard Wang has. In a hurry, let Sherry stuff your box. To go! Be shellfish and take all you want from Sherry's Slam & Clam. Located next to the 3rd Street Bolorama, Sherry's is open 6 days a week. If you are looking to slam clam, get to Sherry's today.